Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks so much for joining me here today. We're taking another look at Avalanche. I know I checked it out here recently, but just want to get a little update to one of my community members. Thank you, KNV, for requesting that I cover this here, of course. Just want to kind of keep you abreast, keep you in the know, and let's see if this has potential to rebound and come start making, higher highs, higher lows, bouncing back. We'll find out here in just a moment. We always look at Bitcoin and Ethereum first, and if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, I just have years of trading experience. My goal is to help you become more of an effective trader. I have a trading community, link in the description below. Check that out in your own time, where we actually share all of our trades and really cool experience. I can't really explain much about it. I have a video doing so. Reference that in your own time. All right, so Bitcoin, take a look here at the one-day chart. Just to preface, simply put, support level at 56,000. That was reaffirmed here today when the price dipped down to 53.8 and back up to 56 to close at the end of the trading day. Right now, price is hovering around 52.3. That's pretty, 56,200, 56,300, right in that range. It's been kind of just steadily staying in that price range. So that's a good sign, just kind of reaffirming that. And we can also see too, there's a lot of volume here, right around the 55,000 range, right? So it kind of just confirms that we have a nice, strong support there. Unless we see a large dump, that I highly doubt we're going to see anything come below that price point. So just know that we're looking pretty good here unless we have some crazy world events coming up. Moving on to Avalanche. Let's go ahead and see what's going on now. I do have some support and resistance channels drawn in here from recent. Obviously, we got the resistance here up at about $77 or $76.50 rather. We've also got a 61.50 as a rough estimate for the more closer resistance level, and of course the potential support. I say potential because we're still underneath this. The one-day candlestick hasn't closed yet, but it should be likely to be 55.66 as the support level, right? Currently, resistance still hasn't closed yet, but is trending towards that. Now, if we can get that to close above there, I would say we might see a continuation back to the upside, because this is one of those coins, just like BNB and a few others, they have a tendency of just taking off because it's a large market cap coin. I think this is number 20 right now, and it's looking very good in that sense because those are the first things to take off just before altcoin season explodes, right? Because you keep this in mind though, and this is why this is struggling when a lot of other altcoins are struggling too. Bitcoin's market capitalization, in other words, the dominance that it has, a lot of people are investing in Bitcoin right now, and they're overlooking a lot of other coins, right? That's why the large market cap coins are the first ones to adopt a large price increase, if you will, because the simple fact that Bitcoin will eventually lose that dominance, or more money will come flowing into the market, and they'll come flowing into these other coins once Bitcoin gets a bit on the extended side, and then we start seeing that happen. So keep in mind, coins like this still very valid, very much valid. I don't know if this is going to 2, 3, 4x per se. We can kind of take a look at Fibonacci to anticipate that, but I would say based on what we see here so far, this is not bad shape at all. This is probably going to be working as a support level soon, and that's a very good sign. Let's take a quick look here as well. We are under the 50 on the simple moving average. I don't love that. In fact, you do see that the price did kind of get rejected there. So that's another milestone. If we can close above 56.66 and then also the moving average, the 50-day, then I'd feel very, very comfortable to say consider investing at that point. Until then, kind of hang tight, but all in all, we're not in terrible shape. Bear in mind too, the RSI right here, it's under 50, so that's not a good sign either. You can see that it kind of got rejected out here as well and kept pushing down, and we do have kind of this this descending pattern, so to speak, that's forming, but it's also kind of a wedge too, right? And most of the time when you see something like that, they do break to the upside, okay? And especially the fact that we're kind of in essence bouncing off support right now, that is a good sign. Okay, so we're not in terrible shape at all, but again, RSI under 50 is usually not the greatest sign, and of course we do have this descending pattern as well. So only thing that's kind of really nice here, I like this. I know that sounds strange by looking at it because it's just going straight down, but we're going to lose momentum, right? Eventually, the bears have to concede. We can't just keep pushing the price down further, especially with the support level being where it's at and the amount of volume. I think we're going to be in good shape. We shouldn't see the price come much lower here for Avax. I don't speculate that, just again because it's a large market cap coin. If this was just say a 200 or 300 on market capitalization, different story. But this has enough volume to stay afloat. We just need to get past that 50-day simple moving average. Quick look at the 4-hour chart. We do have a death cross, so to speak, on the 4-hour. That did push the price down even further. That is pretty common. But good news is this 4-hour candlestick is working to close above. We are about 3 hours into this 4-hour candlestick, so there's a strong likelihood we should see that close above, which would be good. That just kind of reaffirm that as a potential support. So it does have the momentum to kind of bounce back. We do have a convergence on the MACD. This doesn't necessarily mean it's going to explode, but it does mean that there's that shift in momentum, right? The bears have lost control, right? And the bulls are taking control. So we should see something like this where the price basically pushes itself upwards, okay? So all in all, good stuff here. I like what I see. I like the fact that the RSI is as low as 30 on this chart, the 4-hour chart. When you see an RSI down at 30 on the 4-hour chart, that's a very, very good sign in most cases because it's inevitable for the price to bounce back, right? You can only hold a flotation device underwater for so long, right? There's a natural gravity of trading, and this is going to push it back up. So I think that we're in pretty good shape here in that sense. Yes, we have a lot of mitigating factors, but we also have some very positive factors here too. So I like that. Now, how much higher is it going to go? It's hard to say. It could get stopped out of this resistance. What's important is for us to be able to see higher highs and higher lows. So the next high has to be higher than this point right here. Okay, so we have to make another high somewhere in the range of 59 or higher. It has to break that. Otherwise, we may not see a lot. Or it could actually come up there and get stopped out, and then kind of stay in this channel for consolidation and break out. That does happen as well. We do see the W patterns occur at resistance zones, but all in all, yeah, nothing to really worry about there. All right, so let's go ahead and take a quick look at the cloud, see what's going on. We're still under the cloud, but I do like where it's at. We're actually within the cloud at least for a change, and that's a good sign. So we could very well see a breakout. So keep in mind, the MACD just converged on the 4-hour chart. The 1-hour chart is lagging, but it's still close. So I would say set an alert. In fact, I'll set an alert here now for the crossing up Ishimoku Cloud lead 1. That way I get notified when it breaks above there, and we can kind of take a close look. Oh, wait. I did it wrong. Okay. It notified me because we're in the cloud and already crossed the lead. I should have done lead 2, but regardless, that's kind of the concept there, okay? So just to get that ahead, check that out and try to use that as an option, to consider investing in the future, right? In other words, MACD convergence is one thing, but when you have a 1-hour chart breakthrough of the cloud, that's another. That's like a double rainbow, if you've heard me say that. I like that. It's a really cool thing. Okay, so awesome stuff here in that sense, right? So just bear that in mind. We're in good shape there. If we look at TD sequential, we're probably going to see a reset soon. We're at a 6. Unless this next candlestick can be higher, we're going to probably just count it out. So we might see a state of consolidation right above support here, which would be perfectly fine. But we would like to see a leg up here in the near future to kind of break this most recent high here of $59. So again, we need to see like a 60 or a 61 in the next leg up to break that previous high. In other words, the most recent high, to ensure we're making higher highs and higher lows. That's what I'm getting at. Because without higher highs and higher lows, there's probably not a lot going on, right? We might get stopped out and it might kind of retrace. I don't foresee that happening based on its current momentum shift, but still something to understand. So pay attention to higher highs and higher lows. But all in all, my prediction for Avax is that we will see it test its all-time high, right around $76 within the next month or two. I know that seems like a long time. It could very well pump here in the near future. If Bitcoin just keeps shooting up to just say 60,000, there's a strong chance this might carry long. But again, we got to understand too that Bitcoin's market domination, that the capitalization that it has, it's taking a lot of currency right now. In other words, I think 50% of the overall market is invested in Bitcoin right now. That's a very, very large number. In order for altcoins to take off, that number needs to start coming down and Bitcoin needs to go sideways. We may see that near the end of the month, but I think we're going to probably see a lot of Bitcoin dominance for the next couple of weeks. So coins like this are going to be kind of slow to recover. I do feel like BNB, on the other hand, is one that's going to probably continue to increase just based on its history. This one could also follow suit, but I think it's going to be a little bit of a lag just based on the simple fact that, again, most of the capitalization is going to Bitcoin and large market cap coins aren't getting as much focus as Bitcoin right now. Something to note. So if you found benefit from here, of course, please like and subscribe. I'm sure you already are subscribed. But if you're not part of my Patreon community, my trading Signal Group, check that out, of course, in your own time. I have a description or a descriptive video where you can kind of understand what you'd be getting into there. Really cool community, and it's growing fast. So jump on in there. Looking forward to getting to know you better. Thank you again for requesting that I cover this here. Really appreciate you. Hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.